What's up? Wait, what? Oh, last caretaker booting it. I need to change that. Although I like the last caretaker, I enjoy it. This is not the last caretaker, so ignore that. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim. And yes, I'm still using 2020. I don't know. I just don't trust 2024. I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of the things I see. I know a lot of people are using it, but I just don't trust it. I don't know. This one seems to be working. And as they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I'll probably end up going to 2024, but it will probably be when Microsoft says that 2020 is at end of life and they're no longer going to support it. Then I'll be forced to thank you to Microsoft. Hmm. And as usual, I have my cup of coffee. So, welcome to the stream. Once again, my name is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer and enjoy my streams. If you do like what you see, please like and subscribe. Save me a minute. I got that's bugging me. Okay. Anyway, ignore that. Let's just get into it. So, Microsoft Flight Sim. I am in an Airbus A319. It's the Phoenix model. That's really all I fly is the Phoenix. I mean, everything else out there, there are some fine models. There are some pretty bad models. And but when it comes down to the Phoenix, I think as far as high fidelity aircraft, I'm not going to use the term study level because does not qualify for study level. But as far as high fidelity, meaning everything in here works, and it's honestly the Phoenix model. The 319, 320, and 321 are all really great, and I'm waiting for they're supposed to be coming out with the Neos. I can't wait for that. And yes, I put a ticket in for a request to get an A330, and I also want the A320 or the A321 XLR, either one of those. I know, I mean, it takes a lot to make one of these models. I have no idea what they have to go through, but it's worth it. All right, so let me go ahead. I want to grab ATIS here real quick because I got to adjust the sound. So let me go pull ATIS up.
2.04. Altimeter 3008. Landing runways 28 right, 28 left. Departing runways 01 right, 01 left, 28 right, 28 left. Numerous cranes in operation around San Francisco. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. San Francisco Airport information, Charlie. 1737 Zulu. Wind con. Visibility 10. View clouds at 1,500. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 08. 2.04. Altimeter 3008. Landing runways 28 right, 28 left. Departing runways 01 right, 01 left, 28 right, 28 left. Numerous cranes in operation around San Francisco. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Charlie. San Francisco Airport information, Charlie. 173.
All right, I got clearance up now. It's IFR clearance. I haven't requested that yet, only because we haven't set. We're sitting in a plane that's cold and dark, so you're going to probably hear a radio chatter in the background. I'm going to try not to let that distract me. Anyway, yeah, this is a cold and dark. We just got to our plane. The route today is going to be San Francisco International Airport, which is my home airport. I wish I was a pilot when I say that, but this is the one I always flew. We always flew out. Whenever I go anywhere, I always fly out of San Francisco. Secondary airport, if I can't find my flight, is going to be Oakland Airport, which is on the other side of the San Francisco Bay, and can sometimes be cheaper. But for the purposes of this flight, it is a short hop. We're going to try to do a turn today using Beyond ATC. That's what you heard in the background there from ATIS. So we may not. ATIS is one thing. It's kind of weird that we're getting it because we're not powered up, which means the radio's not powered up. And you saw me there. I was actually using the radio knobs inside the plane to control the volume because yeah, it was blasting me in my ear, in my head, in the headset here. Anyway, so the flight is from KSFO San Francisco down to Santa Barbara KSBA, And then we're going to turn and come back. So I've done this a couple times without recording, without streaming, and have been successful at it. This is one of the things that kind of turned me off on Flight Sim. But let's go ahead and get started. We're running out of time. Might have to push our off block time back. So let me grab my check sheet here. We are going to go, this is pre-flight. We're going to go down and take a look at the parking brake down here. And as always, I have my Thrustmaster cabin TCA captain's pack. So I've got the side stick and the throttle quadrant sitting here, which will be changed out here within the next couple of months. Then my Thrustmaster stuff will be up for sale. I do have a WinWing MCDU sitting here. I've got the captain's one sitting here. I do want to get a second one because, as you'll see, I do use both. And then, of course, I have also the FMC unit from WinWing, and I've got both ETHVIS units. Why I bought both, I don't know. Although I want to, at one point I saw this out from WinWing, and I guess they stopped making them, but I wouldn't mind having that extend out across my desk and to have the complete set. I'm just it's the completionist in me. It's the ADHD, all those excuses. So all right, we're gonna go down through the checklist here. The checklist I got off of FlightSim.to. It's from Flight Sim add-ons. You can find it if you do a search for the Phoenix A320. Although I did make some changes to the flow because this flow seems to be more specifically toward what happens over in outside the United States. We'll say outside the United States. So anyway, parking brake is on, and make sure I always flip them to make sure that my controls are responsive. Now weather radar, this is down here. It is in the off position. Predictive wind shear is in the off position. Rosefire has come out with this, which is something that I am looking at as well. Spoilers, they are retracted and they are disarmed. That's armed. You can see the little white stripe down there when I activate it. Flaps are responsive and retracted. Engine mode selector, actually throttle. Let's go. Engine mode selector is responsive. Engine masters are responsive and off. Thrust levers is responsive and set to idle. Transponder mode is on standby. Is on and on standby. Anti-skid is on this panel right here. WinWing has come out with this as well. Yes, I do plan on getting that as well. So the anti-skid, and by the bay, so who knows, maybe there are squids out there. Anti-skid is on. Landing gear lever is down, and it is responsive to the controls. Wipers are in the off position. All right. So now we go down to cockpit preparation. Batteries 1 and 2 will come on. Battery 1, battery 2, and external power is on. Okay, we have external power. External power is on. You can see the electronic flight bag, EFB over there was powering up, and there's one on this side as well too. Everything's starting to power up. All right, wait for some pings as everything's waking up. Meanwhile, while things are waking up, we're going to go continue down the list, and we're going to do crew supply. We'll go to on. Ground control recorder will be to on. Captains evac. Evac will be set to captain. We're going to go ahead and get our ADIRs going. So 1, 2, and 3.
Sky was 3304, ready for airways to Palm Springs.
All right, and as radios are coming alive, we're going to start hearing clearance to by
3304, San Francisco clearance.
Okay.
To Palm Springs. Stick 5 departure, KX.
And cockpit lights, we don't need it. Nav and logo lights.
Departure frequency 120.9.
Let people know we're in the plane. No smoking signs are going to be go to on. Emergency lights to arm. And now we go to the electronic flight bag. That's left control 3.
departure frequency
All right.
20.9er. Squawk 5146. Sky was 3304.
All right, so we're going to bring up the EFB, and what I want to do first of all is go into the Phoenix app, go into sim settings, set that, and turn that to American. ICE is on, DCDU is on, airframe, nav in, go around, and yellow hydraulic steering, because we do use that. All right, cabin, everything's good there, and let's see, EFIS Barrow is link, control position is on the left-hand side, and we are good. Okay, RA callouts, I like to get them all to call out as we're landing. And inches and feet, GSX is all on. Cabin announcements is enabled. We're good. So now we're going to go to my flights, and we've already planned this flight in SimBrief. So 17 minutes. We're going to go ahead and modify that. We are going to push back 32 minutes. Okay. So we are set, and then ground services. Doors are open, and okay, chocks and cones, we're good. Let's go ahead and get GSX to start the process of getting us loaded.
Night 4 departure with the Orca transition, then as filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.9er.
Okay, EFB is completed. Continuing down the checklist. Annunciator light test.
Cleared to Jackson Hole Airport. Late for departure with the Orca transition.
And everything's lit up. I don't see any burned out lights. Everything on my desk is lit up. We're good. Alright, and let's go ahead and do our fire test. APU.
Contact ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or
Engine 1. Engine 2.
121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start. Alaska 713, thanks.
I need to turn that volume down. It's in my headset loud. That could be the volume on the headset, but I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. There we go. And I'll turn my headset down a little bit so I can hear myself talk. Alright, fuel truck is in position. What's going on outside? So fuel trucks are there. We're okay. This is where we came in last night. We flew from where did we come from? Oh, Burbank. Bob Hope Airport, which is now the Hollywood Burbank Airport. They renamed it, and back in, and this is where ATC brought us. We've got planes coming in. This will be good. This is going to be interesting. I think my flight plan has me taking off from 20, but I will see what clearance says when we go get clearance. All right, inside lights, probe window heats are off. Yep. Okay, air conditioning. Set air conditioning. That puts it about 7 degrees inside the cabin. And the cockpit doors will open and close automatically by GSX. Cargo smoke test is right here. Alright. Radio panel setup. Okay, so radio panel setup. We'll turn these both on. And I will dial that up all the way and dial this up all the way so that you guys can hear that and I can hear it as well.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Alright, and I want to hear that. Okay. Barrow, we need to go back to the AFIS again, so I'm actually going to go and do it this way. So we will be looking at, also we can get that in different locations as well too. So if I come here and show you guys a pilot's life, this is what I have up. So down here we have the ATIS for our departure and the ATIS for our arrival. And there's our Barrow 3008. But I also like to go into the actual MCDU to see what it gives and make sure that all the applications are communicating with the flight sim. Excuse me, I got hiccups again. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do K MSFO. This is on the first officer's MCDU, so I have to use mouse and click. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and return. Go to our receive messages. There's our load sheet. We're going to accept that. We'll come back to the load sheet here in a minute, and then weather data. So 3008, that's what I'm seeing on, so 3008, and temperature is 08 Celsius. No winds at all, with a few clouds at 1,500 feet. Broken clouds at 2,500 or 2,500. So after the last couple of days of freaking rainstorms in this area, it's actually not bad weather today, especially by the bay. Going to be cold, so but not bad weather. All right, so our ATIS is 3008. So I want to go up here, and I'm going to dial in the QNH to 3008. And in the settings, you can see I have them linked, so when I dial 1, it dials all three, including the backup altimeter. All right. So that's the Barrow. And what else? Oh, I'm going to just go back up here. I want to make sure my flight directors are on and the constraints are on first officer and captain side. They are. Excellent. Okay. Let us see, go in here, set up, and now we're going to go through, and I want to get clearance first, because I think they're going to change the airport on me before I do it. So let's try something. I want to go to Captain's MCDU, let's go ATSU, return,
Boarding
AOC
requested.
menu, and let's see. Trying to think where I need to go. First of all, let's do the init. Downloading, and there it is. SFO to Santa Barbara. Okay. Back out of there. And I want, is it ATC request? Yes, departure clearance. Alright, so gate number, we are at D13. And I just know that because I looked on the map. D13, ATIS, what was our ATIS? I don't remember. Let's go back and listen to what we have. ATIS. Let's see. Advise me first contact and operation knowledge receive contact. Information Charlie. So we're information Charlie. I was looking at the printed version of ATIS. Information Charlie, and our station is KSFO. Alright, we're going to send that. Alright, and we should get a response back here. If this is working. If not, we'll go ahead, we'll do it verbally. I do not think it's working. I'm not getting a response. Let's go back to clearance. It showed, you know what? It's not showing on the DC. Oh, I think I might have to change something here. Hang on. It did not show on the DCDU, which it does. But I'm looking at the settings in Beyond ATC, And it might be something either in the Phoenix. Somewhere there's a setting not right because I actually did get a response back from clearance. Alright, taxi to runway 01 left, depart via Seagull, transition Young, clearance, altitude clearance to 16,000. So we're going to set it to 16,000. Alright, departure frequency squat 6624. Okay. And alright, squawk 6624. There we go. Ground frequency 121.8, departure frequency 121.9, altimeter Charlie. So information Charlie. Okay, we did get it back, but it didn't show up on the DCDU, so I need something that's on my checklist of things to look into. Our flight number today, going back into flight number today, is going to be United Airlines. I'm flying for United now. United Airlines 2428. Alright. Cost index for today's flight is 28. And cruising at, we're at 290. Flight level 290. And it's going to be, they expect it to be minus 47 up there. Oh, did it finally just come through? There it is. It took a while. It took a while, but I got it.
Passengers boarding starting.
And we'll go Wilco and send. There we go. Alright, so it took a while to get it.
With 5289, ready for airways to Aspen, Pitkin County, Sardi Field.
Alright, so clear to KSBA, we're departing runway 01 left.
Sky West 5289, San Francisco clearance.
Alright.
Clear to Aspen, Pitkin County, Sardi Field Airport.
That's done. Let's get our winds.
Then as filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 120.9er. Squawk 6000.
Cleared to Aspen,
That's
Pitkin County,
nagging
Sardi
me.
Field Airport.
Okay.
Line 4 departure, Sierra transition, then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure
Clearance
frequency
confirmed.
120.9.
Okay.
Squawk 6000. Sky West 5289.
Sky West 5289, read back correct. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for push or start.
Alright, I'm looking at clearance over here on the Beyond ATC.
Start Sky West 5289. Have a good one, thanks.
Alright, so out of KSFO, we are departing out of 01 left. Going out Seagull 1 with a transition of Young, okay, which is different than my flight plan, I believe.
United 299.
My flight plan was, yeah, 28 right, and my SID was Westla and then depart out Young, so a little bit different. Everything else is going to be fine. Alright, and then we'll do arrival. The expectation is going to be 25.
Cleared to George Bush Intercontinental Houston Airport. With a 5 departure, KX transition, then is filed. Climb via SID except maintain 4,000 feet. Departure frequency 135.1. Squawk 0663. United 299.
No star. This is gonna be interesting.
Read back correct.
Okay.
Contact ground 121.8 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 121.8 when ready. United 299.
Alright, we're gonna see what it gives me as far as this is gonna be an interesting airport. Never flown into it before. I don't even have RNAV. I might actually have to fly this one manually, and you're gonna see a crash. You're going to see ugliness at its best. Okay, or worst. Alright, so we are good to go as far as that. Let's go ahead and copy the secondary flight plan over. RNAV, we are sped up and go to B, and I want to go back to this one here. Set. And we're going to look at, here's our pre-departure clearance. Oh, nice. Okay. I got that. And then we're going to look at load sheet. Boarding is complete. Zero fuel weight is going to be 122.1 with a block fuel of 29.5. Okay. And our zero fuel weight, I said block fuel, zero fuel weight. Our block fuel is 10.8. Actually, we can go 10.9. There we go, and it's calculating. Alright, let's go over here, look at, yep, load aircraft. We'll send our final numbers to the MCDU, and nothing's changed. Alright, we are going to go into here, refresh the METAR, and apply it. Our landing weight is expected to be 128.7. So we are going to have to max, manual, low, we'll go off the end of the runway, medium, auto brake. We can stop in time with medium, but I'll probably end up using max. Okay, so that's the first one, and then the next one, we're going to go back to look at our last load sheet, accept that. Go back over, oops, go back up here, and here, sync the load sheet over, sync weather, calculate. And so flaps 1 take off with a 0.6 up on the thing, and we're going out over looking at our departure on the navigation display. Oh, I don't want that. We are going to be heading out over residential areas up over the mountains, so we're going to go in and I'm going to put in a performance. Next page, I want to do 180 knots noise abatement, and we are good for 16,000 feet. Alright, then we can go to the flight plan. There's our flight plan up. Okay. I sound like I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I don't. Alright. At this point, we are good. See, everything's good. Speed, heading, everything's all programmed in. Alright, let's go ahead before we tell that we're ready. Fuel pumps on. APU master switch on. 1, 2, 3. APU start. Let's get the APU going. I'm watching the lower ECAM there, waiting for the APU to come up. I forgot I need to go find flightsim.to. I need to go find a GSX for SFO because it doesn't push me back all the way. Alright, I'm done with my coffee for the day. Still waiting for the APU to come available. Alright, exhaust gas temperatures are dropping, which means it has kicked in. It's available. Alright, APU bleed can go to on, and since it's now available, we can kill ground power. And at this point, let's go ahead and get clearance to push back. going out 01 left.
United 2428 at gate Delta 13. Request pushback and engine start.
United 2428, San Francisco ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Pushback approved. Face northeast. United 2428.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Delta 1501, gate Delta 13 taxi via Tango. Hold short runway 28 left.
Gate Delta 13 via Tango. Hold short runway 28 left. Delta 1501.
Delta 1501, cross runway
Departure
28
checks
left at
completed.
Tango.
Bypass pin inserted.
Taxi via Tango, Delta, Alpha.
Cross runway 28 left at Tango. Continue taxi via Tango. Delta Alpha. Delta 1501. Delta 2274. Gate Charlie 10. Request pushback and engine start.
Locking gear.
Okay, let's go.
Delta 2274, San Francisco ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
Seatbelt signs on. Transponder mode.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face
Oops.
northeast. Delta
To
2274.
auto.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vera,
Beacon lights
and
are
I'm your
on.
chief flight attendant. The fasten seatbelt sign is on.
Waiting
If you
for
haven't already done
ground to
so,
tell us to
please
start
stow
our
your
engines.
carry-on luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Also make sure your seat back and folding trays are in their full upright position.
Release parking brakes.
If you are seated next to an emergency exit,
Commencing
please
push.
carefully read the
All
special
engines clear.
instructions card
Start at
located
wheel.
by your seat.
Alright, starting number 2.
If you do not wish to perform the functions described in the event of an emergency, please ask a flight attendant to reseat you. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is prohibited on the entire aircraft, including the lavatories. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law.
Gate Charlie 6. Request
If you
pushback
have any
and engine
questions
start.
about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight
Delta
attendants.
2024, San
Thank you.
Francisco ground. Pushback approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved. Face southeast. Delta 2024.
United 299, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Whoa!
See you.
Delta, what are you doing over here?
Tower 120.5. United 299.
I'm going to go through the plane. Now, this is a problem with
Set parking brakes.
FSLTL
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
and Beyond ATC. I mean, it's here I got clearance to push back, and yet they routed Delta into this area. Now, the area is where I'm at in this map. This is where United, this is the United terminal, not the Delta terminal. So, okay, I can't, it's still, I mean, it's still a work in progress. It's technically, it's early access. There's going to be glitches and bugs and stuff. So I can either get rid of Beyond ATC or I can just drive through this plane, which is what I'm going to do. So, alright, we're waiting for a good engine start. Alright, we do have a good engine start. I'm going to go ahead and
Contact Tower 1.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alaska 1166, gate Echo 9er taxi via Tango.
but this is common. This is a very common problem with Beyond ATC. Why do I use Beyond ATC as opposed to Say Intentions? Because Say Intentions is a subscription service. Beyond ATC was a one-time purchase, and it's constantly evolving, constantly improving. Except this.
Runway 1 left taxi via Alpha, Mike.
I don't know if I can get a screenshot.
Runway 1 left via Alpha.
Yep, there it
Mike,
goes.
Delta 2024.
Alright, I got a screenshot of this. I will send this to them as a bug and go, hey, this is an annoying little bug.
Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
What's not? Well, left is clear. Right is clear. But front isn't. And with that plane sitting right there, she wouldn't walk that far out. She's pretty much in the suck zone of that particular engine that's running on that Delta plane.
Runway 28 left at Tango. Continue taxi via Tango, Delta, Alpha.
All right, and right here she would get sucked in and spit out the back. So anyway, yeah. We don't want to see that. I'm just saying that that's what would happen. All right. So at this point we are good. Let's see, we are back and we can go ahead and stop APU bleed. Kill that, and let's go ahead and put our front light on the taxi. We don't need our turn off lights. All right. And go engine mode to normal. And we're going to go ahead and request taxi to the runway.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face
And it's
northeast.
probably going to tell us to hold because of traffic.
United 2428, request taxi to be active.
United 2428, runway 1 left taxi
No.
via Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Mike.
Okay.
Runway 1 left via Alpha, Bravo, Foxtrot 1, Mike, United 2428.
United 2428, hold position for traffic. I'll call you back.
Hold position, United 2428.
I'm not holding. I was said that he's going to tell me to hold position for traffic because of that plane that he routed in. He should have held us at the gate. He didn't, or he should have held them as we were pushing back. So, and he didn't. So guess what? We're going through. All right. So let's see. Pushback and start. Engine parking brake is on. Was on. Engine mode selected back to normal. APU bleed is off. Engine master is off. Flight controls. We need to check the flight controls. We'll get that once we get past this guy, so that we can get clearance to taxi. In the meantime, we need to do 2.6 and a. That was. Why did that do that? I have to watch my flaps.
Runway 28 left taxi via Alpha, Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot. Hold short runway 1 left. Runway 28 left via Alpha, Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot. Hold short runway 1 left, United 1679. United 2428, continue taxi.
There we go. Because we got past the plane. That shouldn't have been there to begin with.
United 2428.
I guess I could have gone to an external view and looked to make sure it was clear, but it always seems to happen. All right, brakes are working. Good. We're going to go ahead. Let's goose it a little bit. All right, come off. I got into a monologue, bitch. You know what? He's got him pulling into the gate that we were exiting. So, all right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this
We have
aircraft.
dual models going on
When
here
the
too.
seatbelt
Looks
sign
like we
illuminates,
might.
you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt
I
fastened
know in my
throughout
settings
the
from
flight, as
Microsoft,
we may
I
experience
have
turbulence.
AI traffic turned off.
There are
I've
several
got
emergency
so if I don't have
exits on
Beyond
this
ATC,
aircraft.
this plane, like, why is this
Please
plane
take
cutting
a
in
few
front of
moments
me?
now to locate your nearest exit. In some
And
cases,
why is
your nearest
ground
exit
not
may
telling
be
me to
behind
hold?
you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, Floor level
I'm
lighting
not
will
taxing
guide
a
you
pilot's
towards the
discretion.
exit.
I mean, this airport, they don't
Doors
let
can be
pilots
opened
taxi
by
at their
moving the
discretion.
handle in the direction of the arrow.
It's very busy.
Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide, which may also be detached and used as a life raft.
Continue taxi via
Oxygen and air pressure are always being monitored. In the unlikely event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your own mask
That's
first,
something I
and
like
then
to see
assist
either
the other
Rosefire or
person.
Windwing come out with
Keep
as
your mask on
an
until a
actual
crew member
tiller.
advises you to remove it.
Now I am using,
In the event
I think
of
I
an
said the last
emergency,
time that I'm
please
using the
assume the
side
bracing
stick and it
position.
can rotate, and I'm
If you
using it
hear,
as the tiller.
brace, brace,
But I
brace,
think it needs to be, I
lean
need to
forward with your
lighten up
hands
on
on
the
top of your head
sensitivity.
and your elbows against your thighs. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist and adjust at the front. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord, only when leaving the aircraft. If you need to refill the vest, blow into the mouthpieces. Use the whistle and light to attract attention. Also, your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device. Pull the cushion from the seat, slip your arms into the straps, and hug the cushion to your chest. You will find this and all the other safety information in the card located in the seat pocket in front of you. We strongly suggest you read it before takeoff. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We wish you all an enjoyable flight.
Contact Tower 120.5, United 2428.
Alaska 33, wind calm. Runway 28 left cleared to land. Runway 28 left cleared to land. Alaska tree.
Okay, we're gonna hold here, brakes on. Nose light was taxi as required. Strobes. I don't think I set my strobes. No, I didn't. The strobes are gonna go on right now. They should be on auto. Let's see. Takeoff config to normal. Yep, we're good. I'm skipping some stuff because I was monologuing about. Okay, weather radar, about that plane going nose to nose. That is a common issue. Alright, predicted wind shear to auto, TCAS to TARA and above. It's set to above already. Spoilers to armed, auto brakes to max. Auto brakes to max. Train radar to on. And strobe lights are on. Runway turn-off lights. Let's get all our lights on. Runway turn-off lights. Takeoff lights to on. Nose light to takeoff. Packs to off. There we go.
Flight attendant,
And
prepare for
ECAM,
takeoff.
no blue. ECAM, no blue. Alright. Now we gotta go over here, request departure.
United 2428, ready for departure. Runway 1 left.
United 2428, San Francisco Tower, wind calm. RNAV to whammy. Runway 1 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 1 left, RNAV to whammy. Cleared for takeoff, United 2428.
Alaska 33, exit left at Quebec. Exit left at Quebec, Alaska tree.
United 1679, ready for departure. Runway 28 left.
United 1679, runway 28 left. Line up and wait.
Okay. Making them line up and
Runway
wait.
28 left, line up and wait. United 1679.
San Francisco Tower, Delta 9er 16, visual runway 28 left.
Delta 9er 16, San Francisco Tower, continue.
Wilco, Delta 9er 16.
United 1679, San Francisco Tower, wind calm, RNAV to Westla, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff, traffic 7-mile final, no delay.
Runway 28 left, RNAV to Westla, cleared for takeoff, no delay. United 1679.
V1 and rotate. Up out over the bay. All right. Autopilot is engaged.
United 2428, contact NorCal departure, take care.
Contact
Gear up.
departure. United 2428. NorCal departure.
Okay.
United 2428.
Landing gear retracted. We are still accelerating, so it's not telling us. Here we go. Lever climb indication. Okay, we're back into climb. Spoilers disarmed.
Climb and maintain
Autopilot
4,000
and
feet.
auto thrust are set. Flaps not quite ready to retract yet.
Climb and maintain
The
1,000
packs.
feet. United 2428.
Climb maintain 4,000 feet. Got it. Okay. Packs can come on. Alright. Anti-ice is required, not needed. What a beautiful looking day out of the bay over there. There's the open bay bridge. And then the runway turn off lights to off and nose lights to off. There we go. Alright, on our way to Santa Barbara. See if we can crash in Santa Barbara. Alright, we're making our turn. Let's go ahead and get to 160. Actually, I want to keep that on 10 so I can see we're staying pretty close to our track. Suto Tower around there somewhere? I don't see it. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go let the plane manage our, increase our speed. There we go. And we are past the speed spot, so no flaps are retracted. We are en route. Nice. Okay, looking for 10,000 feet to turn off our landing lights. Wind's coming, 28279. Oh, it's only 8 knots, but we're getting a little bit of bounce. Not too bad. I think we're getting moved around a little bit. I think just for passenger safety, we're going to keep the seatbelt signs on. Alright, over 10,000 feet, we can go ahead and turn off our landing lights, keep seatbelt signs on for right now, and train radar can come off. Actually, it's moved out once we got out over the water. I'm going to go ahead and... There we go.
United 2428.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and you may now move around the cabin. However, we always recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened while you're seated. In a few moments, the flight attendants will be passing around the cabin to offer you hot or cold drinks, as well as a light meal. Alcoholic drinks are also available at a nominal charge. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
United 2428, Oakland Center. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Alright, clearance climb to flight level 290 right there, 29,000 feet. Plane is managing it. We're doing good. Alright.
Center on 2745 Southwest 2429.
Alright, let's look for our descent here. Cells there, top of descent, GVO is 71 to the limit at 40, so 110. Yeah, it's not gonna work that way, so GVO 74. So we'll do GPO 114. No, 104. Oops. GPO and then 104.
United 34 Heavy, flight level 229er.
104. There we go. Here it is.
United 34 Heavy, Oakland Center. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 390.
Okay.
Continue climb to flight level 390, United 34 Heavy.
Yep. I want to see what it's going to do, because I mean the flight, the OFP has us coming into 25. Let's see if they come in on. If not, I'm going to try to request an ILS, use ILS on 08, because that seems to be the main. Let's take a look. I want to go. Oh, 07. So it's either going to be 25 or 07.
landing runway 28 left.
San Francisco Airport, landing runway 28 left, United 34 Heavy.
I'll be ready on that one. What's the winds? There's no wind down there either in Santa Barbara, so I should be able to, with no winds, I should be able to pick this one and do
United
ILS.
34 Heavy, turn left, heading 080, vectors for the approach.
Turn left, heading 080, United 34 Heavy.
United 34 Heavy, descend and maintain flight level 180.
Descend and maintain flight level 180, United 34 Heavy.
Alright, pretty uneventful so far. Be interesting on the arrival. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. What I can do is in performance, looking at pilot's life, altimeter is 3005. Enter that. Temperature is 11. That stuff could change, but right now we got no winds.
United 34 Heavy, descend and maintain 6,000 feet, altimeter 3010.
Okay, that's preliminary set in.
6,000 feet, altimeter 3010, United 34 Heavy.
We'll see if it gives us ILS. Yeah, I might just take it anyway. You know what? I'm going to set up the secondary flight plan just in case.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Have a great journey.
Where's that? Okay. Sorry guys, I was trying to figure out this flight. I've never come into Santa Barbara. Why am I way off track? Is this right? According to this, I'm not. This is going to be interesting.
United 2428, contact Oakland Center 127.45. Take care.
Contact Oakland Center 127.45. United 2428. Oakland Center, United 2428. Flight level 290.
United 2428, Oakland Center, roger.
Oakland Center, United 700 Heavy, descending via Diamond 5, 17,600 feet.
United 700 Heavy, Oakland Center, roger. November 172 Alpha Romeo, Monterey landing runway 10 right.
Monterey, landing runway 10 right, November 172 Alpha Romeo.
I wonder if, I'm looking at this and I'm wondering if United actually does fly into Santa Barbara. They probably do. Hell, I mean, Santa Maria could probably handle them as well too. I know Santa Maria gets FedEx planes in there. I mean, not huge FedEx cargo planes, but yeah, probably about A319 737 size planes, like 737-600 maybe. I think I'm just going to do one. I was going to do 2 hours and do a turn, but I don't think I'm going to do a turn right now. I need to figure this one out. And this may not even be recorded. Well, this is recorded, but this may not even go up depending on how well I land this plane. So if it goes up, you know I stuck the landing. But it's Santa Barbara. I think
United 700 Heavy, contact NorCal approach 134.5.
Contact NorCal approach, United 700 Heavy.
can change it, which I just did. It's not allowed. I'm trying to remove a discontinuity. I want to see what ATC is going to give me here. Ocean that way. That's about what California looks like.
United 2428, contact Oakland Center 126.9er. Take care.
Center on 126.9er. United 2428. Oakland Center, United 2428. Flight level 290.
United 2428, Oakland Center. Copy.
So yeah, my OFP had me taking off from 28 right. Beyond ATC had me changed it to 01 left. That's fine. OFP has me landing visually on 25. And we'll see if Beyond ATC will give me ILS 07, which is what I'm going to request if they don't give it to me. We'll see what happens. I'm coming to a midway point here. In fact, the ETP and my set waypoint are about to cross in, about 2 miles out, so we're going to cross over. So what I want to do then is I want to go over.
United 2428, contact Oakland Center 128.7. See you.
1800, 213.
Contact Oakland Center 128.7. United 2428. Oakland Center, United 2428. Flight level 290.
United 2428, Oakland Center. Copy.
I'm thinking ahead. That's why I'm being so quiet right now. I'm just kind of in my head wondering we've got ILS approach on 07. Because 07 is coming in from the water. The wind traditionally comes in from the water, goes inland.
Oakland Center, United 299, good day, flight level 250.
And
United
so
299,
you would come in on 25. So why is there no ILS or RNAV approach into 25? I was just kind of curious about that. Or is there, and it's just not being modeled?
Oakland Center, Southwest 2404, flight level 389er. Southwest 2404, Oakland Center, radar contact.
Oakland Center, sky was 5658. Good day, flight level 230.
SkyWest 5658, Oakland Center, good day. United 2428, Santa Barbara Municipal Airport landing runway 25.
Yeah, no. 3005.
Santa Barbara Municipal Airport, landing runway 25, United 2428.
Let's see if I can change that.
United 2428, descend and maintain 8,000, altimeter 3005.
Descend and maintain 8,000, altimeter 3005, United 2428.
Southwest 2404, contact Los Angeles Center 124.15. Contact Los Angeles Center 124.15, Southwest 2404, have a good day.
United 2428, request approach change.
United 2428, roger, say approach.
It's not gonna, I gotta come in on 25. I'm gonna do ILS. I'm gonna try it. See how well it bitches.
Cancel approach change request. United 2428.
United 2428, roger, approach change request canceled.
What am I doing?
SkyWest 5658, Oakland Center,
Runway change.
expect hull 2, runway 24 right.
Expect hold 2, runway 24 right, sky.
I didn't see the runway
5658.
change option. Let's go and try this.
United 2428, request runway change.
It's thinking. It'll probably fail and say no. It's stuck. I broke it. Oh yeah, I seriously broke it. I mean, there's no wind. There should be no reason I can't have 07 and come in from the water. Holy crap. I've never had this happen before. It literally is frozen. It's a broken plate. This whole flight just went sideways. And this is, yeah, Beyond ATC is completely frozen. And my request for, yeah, it's broken. I broke it. I broke it! I'm going to try to salvage the flight. It did a rapid descent right there. Its nose was trying to pitch up. Yeah, my ATC broke. Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Kill Beyond ATC. Huh. There it goes. I didn't even want to close out. Alright, I'm gonna try to salvage this flight and come on into 07 as an ILS approach. So I don't need to practice. I'm gonna start practicing some visual approaches, but that'll be something else. But right now, we're gonna try to see if we can salvage this. Santa Barbara it's municipal airport. Why am I flying into municipal? I guess, well, maybe United flies in there. And flaps one, that'll be the slats coming out. That'll help generate some drag. I got slowly slowing down. I know my speed brakes are still out. You just keep nagging at me. Actually, slats are out. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this ignition. Company message. What are you guys nagging at me about? Off block time was good. Okay. Below 10,000. Let's get these lights on. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Thank you.
Yep, 1, 2, 3. All right. Seatbelt sign on. Train radar to on. Gear down. Vista Goleta, so actually it's not even in Santa Barbara. It's actually north of Santa Barbara on the off the 101 freeway. Interesting. Trying to slow the plane down. There we go. Come on down. Come on. Slow her down. Capture the localizer. Alright, trying to capture the glide slope. Full flaps. Slope capture, come on, capture it. There it is. Okay, we got the glide slope. Now we just need the localizer to line us up. And the wind has changed. 210. That's
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
With the wind, this is going to be sketchy. Once again, wind comes in from the ocean and goes inland. So we should have been on 2.5, so that's why they did have us come in before. I mean, the ATIS had no winds. Now all of a sudden we have 4 knots. And 13. Let's go into performance. Change it to 13. Let's barometric pressure 3006. And winds are 210 at 4 knots.
$2,500.
brakes.
2,000.
Medium. Flaps are full and speed brakes, auto brakes are set to medium and speed brakes are on auto. There we go. That is so weird. I tried to pick a different runway and Beyond ATC just locked up.
Cabin crew, seats for landing.
Get my feet on the pedals. I have full control. Nice golf course down there.
1,000. Speed.
Yeah.
Speed.
Shut up. I know. I pulled on the handles.
Speed.
I've got the diamond. You can back off with the speed.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Speed. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, Alaska comes in here. You can shut up now.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Alright, we
This
landed.
will
We
indicate
made
that we
it
have
into
parked at the
Santa
gate
Barbara
and that it is safe for you to move about.
with no
At this
ATC because
time, you
everything
may use
went
your
out.
cellular
We did it.
phone if you
Okay.
Please check around your
Descent
seat
before
for any
landing. Did
personal
landing
belongings
already.
you may have brought on
Alright,
board with you, and
so
please use
brakes are
caution when
off.
opening the
Brake
overhead
fans
bin,
as
as
required.
heavy articles may have shifted around during the
I
flight.
have no warning on the brake
If
fans,
you
so
require
okay. Flaps
deplaning
are going to be
assistance,
retracted.
please remain in your seat until all
Spoilers
other
are
passengers
disarmed.
have
I think
deplaned.
I disarmed them already.
One of our crew
I
members
did.
will
I
then be
had
pleased
disarmed
to
them.
assist
Okay.
you. On behalf of
Auto
myself,
brakes are
Vera,
on the
and the
off.
entire
Engine
crew,
mode selector is
I'd
to
like to
norm.
thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are
TCAS can
looking
go
forward
to
to seeing you on board
standby.
again soon. Have a
Chrono
nice
can
day.
turn off. Weather radar to off. I can't hit it. There you go. Radar off. Predicted wind shear to off. Terrain radar can go to off. Flight directors to off. Constraints, everything to off. Okay. And localizers off. Strobes can go to off. Runway turn off lights as expected. Nope. Landing lights to off. Nose light to taxi. I should have been set to TO. And APU bleed to on. And we will turn on electric pump, which is running off of engine number 1, so we will go ahead and kill number 2. Alright, so we are set, and let's taxi, let's go find got gates, so I guess we do fly into here. Amazing. And we taxied down the runway. Nobody that way. Nobody that way. Somebody's idea. Let's get big jets to fly into Santa Barbara. It's because a bunch of rich people diddly down here. I'm just saying. I'm going to get hate mail for that one. Go this way, and I'm going to hit the jets and blow some of these little puddle jumpers over. Wow. Oh, red line. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have stayed over here where I was supposed to be. Never been to this airport. Interesting. Looks like we got crews sitting over here already. I'm not even sure I came in on the right spot. I'm going to tie down right here. That's good enough. Alright, let's go turn some lights off. Kill the APU. Don't need that. Alright, engine done. Flight report.
The boarding requested.
Green, 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 green. Green all the way. Nice. Submit to flight. Alright. Take a look. Let's see. Well, I've never seen a truck do that before. Alright, I see where I kind of went between. I could have gone this line or that line. And I think Yeah, I think I was supposed to. Actually, I think when I came down, I was supposed to. I turned here. I should have crossed straight across, come down, and then right in on this line here, or this line here. That's anyway. Okay.
Passengers bus is coming.
Once again, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. All right, well that's it. I'm just going to do this episode here. Beyond ATC kind of jacked up, so I will do my next one's going to be from Santa Barbara back to San Francisco. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and we are going to shut down. Everything's down and turn the batteries off. No external power once once everything basically APU stops spinning. We will
deboarding starting.
Get it, and yes, submit my flight. And today's Friday, so tomorrow we'll do another one. We'll do the return trip to Santa Barbara. I think in my schedule, Santa Barbara to SFO. Then I come back here again. Okay, plane's gone cold and dark. I come back here again. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. I'll do the return flight back to SFO, but then I'll get rid of the other one for Santa Barbara. Next week, after I get to San Francisco, after that, it's to Redmond and then to Portland. I don't think I ever want to come back to Santa Barbara again. And actually, I think my next series of flights will be some medium flights, which will be over 2 hours long, between 2 to 4 hours. So anyway, with that being said, pilot's life has been closed. This plane has gone cold and dark. I'm ready to get out of here. I will catch you on the next episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator with Lazy Farmer. My name's Kurt H. Have a great weekend.